there is a separate sheet this sheet right here. Any of these items that are on here, like your senior shorts, I can tell you the sweatpants are awesome. I wear them myself, even though I graduated 20 years ago, but they are comfortable. You get the sweatpants, you can get the hoodie, the t-shirt, there's a tumbler, an extra tassel, any of the items, the shorts, those are all going to be available next Thursday and Friday. So if you get any of those packages, they include these items. We're going to give those to you. We'll ask you what size you need. If you just need to order the items individually, you could order them on this order form. Everything is listed individually. The announcements are like $1.35. I had to buy my niece a birthday card last night, so I'm scrambling at the last minute, and I'm out there and I buy this Hallmark card, and it was like $7.95. I know they print those things in the millions, so it wasn't customized for her. So the value at $1.35 for those announcements is a really good value. But you can buy one of those, 2 of them, 10 of them, whatever you would like to buy. Our packages are only suggestions. Again, it's what seniors in the past have felt were popular. You can buy a few announcements, buy the cap and gown. Again, get the information home to your parents. That's the most important thing. Have them call us if they've got questions. Now, if you've got your pen or your writing utensil, there is a green card in your packet. It looks like this. We need everyone to find your green card. We are going to have you fill this out and turn it in just a moment. But before we start filling it out, seniors, I want to explain what this card is. This card is not ordering your cap and gown. So don't go home today and say, Mr. Herb Jones was at school, Mom. We filled out something for our cap and gown. I'm pretty sure it's taken care of. That is not true. Don't do that. You're still going to need to order your cap and gown on the information that's inside the packet on that big order form that I showed you. What we like to do, though, is get your cap and gown. Seniors, the cap and gown that you wear, it is the same material we provide. I do all the robes for the Supreme Court justices. All the judges in the area, they all buy their robes from us. They have to pay $400 and $500 a gown. But their robes, that same material that they wear, that is the same material that your Glen Estee gown is made out of. So it truly is really good quality stuff. So we need you to make a reservation for your cap and gown. And that's what this card is this morning, is we are filling out a reservation for the cap and gown. So you can obviously fill in the stuff at the top there where it says school name, print Glen Estee, where it's, where it says graduation year, print 2016. And then if you can write neatly, print your first name, print your last name, and then if you want to put your contact information, your parents' contact info, we can then put you in our system. We're not going to bug you. We're not going to hit you up every night with an email or a text, but we will, for example, like next Wednesday, we will send you an email, we'll send you a text from our office, and it will just remind you. It'll say something like, seniors, Herb Jones Graduate Service will be at school tomorrow. Bring your cap and gown order to school during lunches. If you don't know a parent email or any of that information, you're not comfortable putting it down, you don't have to, but I can tell you it's very helpful if we can contact you and just remind you. But at the very bottom of that card, seniors, is the important information. So it's going to show you 3 different areas for you to fill in some info. We need to know some measurements about you so that we make your gown correct. The first measurement that we need to know is your height, how tall you are. And ladies, in the past, we would say add a couple of inches for your heels. I don't know how, I wouldn't suggest wearing like 5-inch heels to graduation. That would be extremely tough to walk in, but you do not have to add for your shoes. These gowns typically run a little bit longer anyway, so print your height. So how do you write your height in 3 blocks? Well, if you're 5'3", you would write 503. If you're 5'8", 508. If you're 6 foot, 600. If you're 6'2", 602. So print your height, and then the next thing is your weight. And ladies, I apologize. I'm sorry to ask you for your weight. I would never do that outside of here, but I will tell you a couple of things. I'll share with you a quick story. Not at this high school, but at a high school down the road here. I won't mention any names, but last year there was a young man who sat in the senior meeting. He was laughing and talking and having a great time and not really paying attention, and he filled this little card out. The whole year goes by. I go to graduation seniors. I'm there with extra stuff. We also have to collect the gowns back afterwards. So I'm sitting at the Cintas Center. I'm sitting back in my truck and I'm watching everybody walk in. And I see this senior, big guy, and he's just kind of strutting and walking to the Cintas. He doesn't even have his gown on a hanger. I would at least, when you get your gown in the springtime, put it on a hanger. That will get some of the wrinkles out, bring it to graduation that way. But he's got it in the bag, and he's just kind of rolling and walking, and he's got about 10, 11 relatives with him, friends. Everybody's there. I mean, it's a community event, so everyone is there. There's thousands of people that are going to watch you receive your diploma and graduate, which is the awesome part about it. But you want to be looking good. You want to make sure your gown is right. So this guy, he gets his gown out, and he drops it on the ground out of the bag, and I'm just kind of watching him. He picks it up, and he tries to get this thing on, and Mom's behind him and helping him, and he gets it like to about right here. And you have to get it to here, because you have to zip it up. Well, he gets it to about right here, and he's just forcing it, stretching it. Well, next thing you know, he tears the back right out of the gown. Then he pulls the sleeve off of it. So there was a lot of force that he was trying to get this thing on. It was obviously way too small for him. His mother, her face was priceless, and I know what she was feeling. She was like getting redder and redder, and she's really upset. She's like, "Where is the graduate service man? Where is Herb Jones?" And I'm already walking to her because I know they're having issues. They're not even in the Cintas Center yet. So I go up to her and I'm like, "Do you guys need some help?" And she's like, on the defensive because they're about 20 minutes away from being on stage. And she says, "You made my son's cap and gown wrong." And I said, "Well, I really apologize. What is his name?" I go back and I carry these cards with me to graduation in case there's an issue like this. I get his card, I go back to Mom, and as I'm walking over, I'm like, "Did he gain some weight?" And she's like, "No, he's always been 325 pounds or whatever he was, a big guy." And I'm like, "Well, he put on his card 125 pounds. So I can't help you if you don't help yourself. If you weigh 140 and you want to write 130, I'm cool with that. 10 pounds is no big deal. But you want to put your pretty close to approximate weight so that it fits you." I mean, they're gowns. They're going to be big. They're not going to fit you like a custom tailored dress or a suit, but you want to be approximate with your weight. Now you're going to see another block there that says cap size. We do not, years ago, we used to use the rental caps. You're going to keep your cap and you're going to keep your tassel. But if you want, she's doing it perfect. Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to point you out, but you're doing such a great job measuring your head. You do not need to measure your head, seniors. If you want to for fun, that's great, but you do not need your cap size. It is a one-size-fits-all cap. If you're a really smart senior and you got a little bigger brain, maybe got a little bigger head, we'll work with you and get you an extra large cap. Or if you got really big hair, I've seen some afros and things, we will work with you to get you the right size cap. But you do not need your cap size. Now, does everybody have the card filled out? Okay, awesome. Why don't we do this? This section over here.